Guys, I just made a video. I'm making a video, I mean, about the mental parts of the game, right? I made a guide on how to stay more calm and rational under pressure in League, because everybody can stay calm and rational when they are not under pressure, right? It's easy to tell anybody to just stay calm, but they are not the ones that are under pressure, right? So let's see. First step. First step is I just typed in here. It's all in how you perceive it. You are in your control, right? The first step is you gotta visualize negative outcomes, and nothing that happens will shock you, right? The things that shock us seems to occur at the times we least expect them, right? For example, the death of a loved one, sickness, war. But just as an army trains for a battle in times of peace, we have the ability, of course, to prepare for even the life's most catastrophic, disturbing outcomes. When you wake up each day, you gotta remind yourself, today I may lose someone I love, I'm gonna face pain, sickness, fail at my goals, lose my job or my home. Visualize each event from a distance and see yourself reacting calmly and rationally to it. This will prepare you for even the harshest of the outcomes and increase your gratitude for each day of your good fortune, right? Now, here's the thing, how do we understand it in League of Legends, right? It means that before you queue up, you should tell yourself that I'm gonna have bad teammates, I'm gonna be in a bad matchup, I'm gonna get camped, I'm gonna get flamed, uh, God knows what will happen, I will have trolls in my teammates, whatever, anything. Just prepare yourself mentally, right? And then it's less likely that this will shock you, right? Now I couldn't read these things too correctly because these are really small letters that I copy pasted. Um, Second, remove your expectations and desires. Just remove them. If you have high expectations in queue, right, when you're queuing up for your ranked games, any type of games, it doesn't have to be a ranked games, right? Um, your teammates, oh, what the hell did I type in here? If you have high expectations in queue from your teammates, and if your teammates don't match or meet those expectations, of course, you will mentally suffer from those things, right? Because you're emotionally invested, you completely emotionally invested yourself into victory, into good things to occur to yourself, right? And if that doesn't meet your emotional investment, your expectations, you will just suffer. Same thing happens when you have desires that you will win. The same way you emotionally invest yourself, and if that doesn't happen, so whatever you may desire, then you will feel crushed. You will feel totally crushed. Okay, how to deal with hard times, right? So when you are exposed to adversity, you're also growing. You need to understand when you are in a hard matchup, you're also in a learning stage, right? And if you don't dodge and you choose to play the matchup, you give yourself enough space to learn and understand the matchup itself, right? You'll sometimes what did I even type in here? You'll sometimes knew from the enemy player. Oh, what the hell is this one? Oh, what the hell did I type in here? About how, oh, you sometimes gonna sometimes gonna learn you're sometimes gonna learn something something new from the enemy player about how the champion functions, right? How the enemy champion functions, of course, or how your own champion can fight the enemy champion, which I typed in here. Until you get the hang of the matchup, you will learn how to play around the enemy champion with your own champion, of course, right? Now, what to do if you ever get flamed, right? Don't flame back, show off that you are a better person. Just because he started, it won't justify your own flame. There is no difference. There is a flamer, you flame him back. What's the difference between you guys? You don't want to go down to his level, right? Just tell them that they are muted and focus on the game, right? So they won't non-stop type. Meantime, they are muted, so both of you guys have more space to focus on the game as well. Aim to self-reflect on those flames, it's really important to reflect on whatever your teammates are flaming you for, right? For example, people are gonna say you're so bad you don't even build Executioner against a high killing champion such as Aatrox, Mundo, whatever it might be, and you gotta understand that maybe something there is wrong with you as well, right? Of course, they might not be mentally stable, so it doesn't justify their flame, but you can like find some value in it, right? If they're flaming you, often they say the reason why they flame you, right? And you can just kind of like give more understanding to the game itself as well, you know, because you're not perfect either, right? Now, in case you feel bad about yourself, you feel tilted because you're flamed, there are three steps you should go for: let go, forgive, surrender. These are the three steps, right? Now, why do you have to let go? It's really important to let go. You let go of this negativity that you have in yourself. It's really easy actually just to let go. You just let go, right? The problem is not with letting go. The problem is people are holding into these negativities, right? They are arguing with themselves in their own head. They are typing. They are not letting it go. And if you don't let it go, you will have a bunch of negativity in yourself, right? You just simply let go, actually. The only problem is if you are for some reason holding into it, right? Now that's the thing. Now forgive. This is connected with letting go, right? So if you want to let go something, you got to also forgive them, of course, right? So the reason why you forgive them for yourself, not for them. And this is the thing that many people misunderstand, right? People are like, no, I'm not gonna forgive you because that's gonna be a favor for you. And you know, you're not making a favor anybody, you're only making a favor for yourself, because you're the one that's gonna feel better about yourself. You don't even have to tell anybody that you forgive them. You can just keep it in your own mind that you forgive them. But until you are not forgiving those people, they're gonna be stuck in your head for a long time. And I know from my personal experiences as well. I've been bullied in school for 2-3 years, right? And I didn't let them go after school, which means that those thoughts, those people that didn't even exist in my life, those thoughts I had in my own head, I suffered more in imagination than reality, right? So what happened? I just held into it. I didn't forgive them. I didn't. And what happened? I was the one that was suffering more from it. And as I said, just because you forgive someone, that doesn't mean you are automatically allied with that person or your friends. It means you just simply let them go, you forgive, right? And the third step is the surrendering, right? Now, why is it important to mentally surrender yourself? Now, nobody likes to surrender in League. It's different from like surrendering in game, and to mentally surrender yourself to what it is, right? If you don't surrender, it means you are in some type of resistance towards a certain thing, right? So often we suffer because we are in a form of resistance, right? So that's one of the things that you should aim to surrender. If you don't surrender yourself to what it is, then you're gonna find yourself in constant frustrations. You're gonna find yourself in really frustrating situations, actually, right? Same as surrendering, it's connected with forgiving and letting go things, right? These are all connected to some degree with each other, right? So like as I said, if you're suffering mentally, you're in some form of resistance, and the problem is we don't deal with our suffering with more resistance. You gotta surrender to that certain emotion you have. If you don't surrender to what it is, then you're gonna suffer more. Just you gotta like surrender yourself. You gotta let people go, you gotta forgive them and observe what happens. Just see how much it does benefit you mentally. Just aim to try to surrender, right? Just because, as I said before, like if you're pushing against what it is, right? And then you're just gonna find yourself in an endless loop of suffering. Now, that's it for now, guys. Have a nice day.